3 true crime cases that will make you think twice before picking up that roadside hitchhiker or stopping at that creepy rest stop. Our first story takes us to the sun-drenched highways of California, where a young hitchhiker named David vanished without a trace. It was the summer of '78, and David, a free spirit with a thirst for adventure, set out on a cross-country road trip. He was a dreamer, someone who believed that the journey was more important than the destination. He was last seen hitchhiking on Highway 1, his backpack slung over his shoulder, a smile on his face. Friends and family recall his excitement, his eagerness to explore the unknown. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, but David never reached his destination. The police were baffled. They scoured the highways, interviewed countless drivers, but every lead turned cold. There were no signs of foul play, no witnesses, and no trace of David or his belongings. It was as if he had simply vanished into thin air. The only lead they had was a series of cryptic postcards sent from different locations along David's planned route. Each postcard was a puzzle, a piece of a larger, more sinister picture. Each postcard bore a single image, a photograph of a desolate stretch of road, always taken from the perspective of someone driving. The roads were eerily empty, devoid of any signs of life. The handwriting on the postcards was David's, but the messages were strange, almost coded. They spoke of shadows in the night, of whispers carried by the wind. They spoke of being followed, of a strange car with tinted windows that seemed to appear and disappear like a phantom. David wrote of feeling watched, of an unshakable sense of dread. Was David just playing an elaborate prank, or was he trying to send a message from beyond the grave? The postcards hinted at a deeper, darker truth, one that eluded even the most seasoned investigators. The postcards stopped as abruptly as they started, leaving investigators with more questions than answers. The trail went cold, and David's fate remained a haunting enigma. David's disappearance remains a haunting mystery to this day, a chilling reminder that sometimes, the road less traveled can lead to a terrifying dead end. His story has become a cautionary tale, a ghost story told around campfires. Some believe David might have staged his disappearance, seeking a fresh start, an escape from the mundane. They imagine him living a new life, far from the prying eyes of those who once knew him. Others whisper of a sinister secret lurking beneath the surface of his story, a darkness that swallowed him whole. They speak of a malevolent force, an entity that preys on the unsuspecting. Whatever the truth may be, David's story serves as a chilling reminder that the open road, while promising freedom and adventure, can also be a lonely and unforgiving place. It is a place where dreams can turn into nightmares, and where the line between reality and the unknown blurs. The mystery of the vanishing hitchhiker continues to captivate and unsettle, a chilling testament to the enduring power of the unknown. It is a story that reminds us that sometimes the most terrifying journeys are the ones we take alone. Our next journey takes us to the desolate backroads of Texas, where a stretch of highway known as Route 666 has earned a sinister reputation as the Devil's Highway. This road, shrouded in mystery and fear, has been the subject of countless ghost stories and urban legends. It's here, under the cover of darkness, that countless drivers have reported encounters with a spectral figure, a hitchhiker dressed in a tattered white gown. This ghostly apparition is said to appear out of nowhere, her presence sending chills down the spines of those who dare to travel this forsaken road. One chilling account tells the story of the Harringtons, a family on a cross-country road trip, who found themselves stranded on this desolate stretch of highway after their car broke down. The Harringtons were a typical family, excited about their adventure, unaware of the terror that awaited them. As the sun began to set, casting long, eerie shadows across the asphalt, a figure emerged from the shimmering heat haze. The air grew thick with an unsettling silence, broken only by the distant call of a coyote. It was a young woman, her face obscured by the shadows of a wide-brimmed hat. Her presence was both haunting and mesmerizing, a ghostly figure that seemed to float rather than walk. She was dressed in a long, flowing white dress, her bare feet dusty from the road. The sight of her, so out of place in time, sent a shiver down the spine of anyone who saw her. The Harringtons, though unnerved by her sudden appearance, offered her a ride, assuming she was stranded. They couldn't leave her alone on such a desolate road, especially as night was falling. The woman silently accepted, her eyes dark and hollow, reflecting the growing darkness around them. Her silence was eerie, and the atmosphere in the car grew tense. As they drove, the temperature inside the car plummeted, a bone-chilling cold that seemed to emanate from the hitchhiker herself. The Harringtons huddled together, their breath visible in the frigid air. The radio, which had been playing static, suddenly crackled to life, a voice whispering a single word: "Beware." The word echoed in the car, sending a wave of fear through the family. The Harringtons, terrified, pulled the car over, demanding the woman leave. Their hearts pounded as they waited for her to respond. As quickly as she had appeared, the hitchhiker vanished, leaving behind an empty seat and a sense of dread, leaving behind a lingering chill and the faint scent of lavender. The scent was oddly comforting yet deeply unsettling. The Harringtons, shaken to their core, sped away, their minds racing with what they had just experienced, vowing never to return to that cursed stretch of highway. The memory of the ghostly hitchhiker would haunt them forever. To this day, locals and travelers alike whisper tales of the ghostly hitchhiker of Route 666, each story more chilling than the last. A chilling reminder that some roads are best left untraveled, especially after dark. The legend of the Devil's Highway continues to grow, a testament to the enduring power of fear and the unknown. Our final story takes us to the Pacific Northwest, a region known for its breathtaking beauty, with its lush forests, towering mountains, and serene coastlines. It's a place where nature's splendor is on full display, drawing in adventurers and nature lovers from all over the world. But beneath this picturesque facade lies a darker history, one marked by a string of unsolved murders that terrorized the region in the early 90s. These crimes left an indelible mark on the community, casting a long shadow over the otherwise idyllic landscape. The victims? Young couples, their cars abandoned near remote rest stops, their bodies left to be discovered by unsuspecting hikers or truck drivers. These were people in the prime of their lives, looking to explore the beauty of the Pacific Northwest, only to meet a tragic end. The killer, dubbed the Roadside Phantom by the media, seemed to operate with chilling precision, choosing his victims seemingly at random, leaving behind no trace of his identity. His methods were meticulous, his presence almost ghostly, earning him the eerie moniker. Law enforcement was baffled. Despite their best efforts, they could find no pattern, no motive, no clues that could lead them to the perpetrator. The randomness of the attacks made it nearly impossible to predict where he would strike next, instilling a sense of fear and helplessness in the community. One particularly harrowing case involved a young couple, Sarah and Mark, who were on a road trip celebrating their anniversary. They had planned a romantic getaway, a chance to reconnect and enjoy each other's company amidst the stunning scenery. They were last seen at a diner, their laughter and easy banter captured on the diner's security cameras. It was a snapshot of happiness, a moment frozen in time just hours before their lives would be irrevocably changed. Their car was found abandoned a few days later, a single playing card, the Queen of Spades, left on the dashboard. This card, a seemingly innocuous object, took on a sinister significance, becoming a chilling symbol of the killer's presence. Their bodies were discovered weeks later, hidden deep in the dense forest that lined the highway. The discovery was a devastating blow to their families and friends who had held out hope for their safe return. The card, a calling card of sorts, became a chilling symbol of the killer's reign of terror. It was as if he was taunting the authorities, daring them to catch him while leaving behind a macabre signature. The investigation into the Roadside Phantom's identity became an obsession for law enforcement, but despite their best efforts, the case went cold. Detectives pored over evidence, followed countless leads, and interviewed numerous suspects, but the Phantom remained elusive, always one step ahead. Years turned into decades, and the families of the victims were left with unanswered questions, their grief compounded by the fact that the person who stole their loved ones from them was still out there, somewhere. The pain of not knowing, of having no closure, was a wound that never fully healed. Their lives were forever changed, marked by a loss that time could not erase. They clung to the memories of their loved ones, the happy moments they had shared, even as they struggled to move forward. The Roadside Phantom's reign of terror serves as a stark reminder that evil can lurk in the most unexpected places, even on the open road, a place often associated with freedom and adventure. It is a haunting legacy, a dark chapter in the history of the Pacific Northwest that continues to resonate to this day. As we travel these roads, we are reminded of the fragility of life and the ever-present possibility of danger, even in the most beautiful of places. The story of the Roadside Phantom is a cautionary tale, urging us to remain vigilant and cherish every moment we have with our loved ones. And there you have it, 3 terrifying tales of true crime on the open road. It's enough to make you want to stay home and binge watch your favorite shows, right? But seriously, these stories, while chilling, serve as important reminders to be aware of our surroundings, trust our instincts, and maybe avoid picking up hitchhikers in desolate areas. Stay safe out there, my friends, and remember, sometimes the most terrifying destinations are the ones we least expect. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more true crime deep dives.